निताय गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय। No, don't know what it was. Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Pre-Vajikacharya Stotra Sri Shivani's Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Adanta Koti Vaishnavindi Ki Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री शिव राधा कृष्ण गोप श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जगन्नाथ स्वामी की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की Hare Krishna Mahamanta ki, Samaveta Bhakta ki, Nitai Gaura Bhuvanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Om Gyanat Vidandasya Jnana Jnana Sulakaya Chakshum Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swa Padantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirveshesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Devacharani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this afternoon, the title for the lecture is Lesson from the Tortoise. Real, slow moving creature. But he also has some properties or some things that he does that we can learn from, literally. If you know a little bit about Srimad Bhagavatam, you know in the 11th canto, there is a particular Brahmana, Abhidhamma Brahmana. He learned from 24 gurus, 24 teachers. Some of them were animals, some of them were insects. So you'll be amazed how much you can learn from just the other creatures around us, even those that are not in human form. So we'll today take the reference text from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 58. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 58. So I will do the word for word. Just repeat after me, and then we have that. So please repeat. Yada. Please repeat. Please repeat after me. That's what I mean. Yada. Samharate. Chayam. You can be a little louder if you don't mind. Kurmo. Inganiva. Sarvasha Indriya Indriyate Yas Tasya Pragya Pratisthita. Let's continue. Jara when Samharate winds up. Cha also. Ayam, he, Kurma, tortoise, Angani, limbs, Iva, like, Sarvasha, altogether, Indriyani, senses, Indriya Atidya, from the sense objects, Tasya, his, Pragya, consciousness. Pratisthita, fixed. Translation by His Divine Grace Tulsi Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki. One who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects, as the tortoise withdraws its limbs within the shell, is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. Please repeat after me. One who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects as the tortoise draws its limbs within the shell is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. Proposed by Srila Prabhupada. The test of a yogi, devotee, or self-realized soul is that he is able to control the senses according to his plan. Most people, however, are servants of the senses and are thus directed by the dictation of the senses. That is the answer to the question as to how the yogi is situated. The senses are compared to venomous serpents. They want to act very loosely and without restriction. The yogi, or the devotee, must be very strong to control the serpents, like a snake charmer. He never allows them to act independently. There are many injunctions in the revealed scriptures. Some of them are do nots, and some of them are do's. Unless one is able to follow the do's and do not, restricting oneself from sense enjoyment, it is not possible to be firmly fixed in Krishna consciousness. The best example set herein is the tortoise. The tortoise can at any moment wind up its senses and exhibit them again at any time for particular purposes. Similarly, the senses of the Krishna conscious persons are used only for some particular purpose in the service of the Lord and are withdrawn otherwise. Arjuna is being taught here to use his senses for the service of the Lord instead of for his own satisfaction. Keeping the senses always in the service of the Lord is the example set by the analogy of the tortoise, who keeps the senses within. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Sritai Gaurachandra ki jai. So, as I said earlier, this lecture this afternoon, the title is Lesson from the Tortoise. And we heard in the text from the Bhagavad Gita, the tortoise is used as an analogy for what we should do as devotees. So, one who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects, as the tortoise withdraws its limbs within its shell, is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. So we all have senses. 4 of them are in our head here. The eyes to see, the nose to hear, the nose to smell. Sorry about that. I was thinking about my ears before I went to the nose. The ears to hear, and the mouth. Tasting. So that's 4 in the head only. Then we have the rest of our body, the skin, touch. So those are the 5 main senses of the body. And so the eyes to see, the nose to smell, the ears to hear, the mouth to taste. And the mouth also talks. 2 things it does. And also the sense of touch. That is the skin. So when the sense objects are used, the senses act in a very, very particular way based on what we want the senses to do. But for a devotee, the senses are to be used sometimes and sometimes not used. We know in our own lives that sometimes something comes and we just get this strong feeling that I want to connect with this. I see something I like, and whatever the sense is that I have to use for, I can use for that. So I'll just go ahead and do that. But in Krishna consciousness, we are charged to think twice about using our senses. We're charged to think twice about using our senses. Yes, we can use our senses, but within the confines of what pleases Krishna. What pleases Krishna. And so there are do's and don'ts for pleasing Krishna or satisfying Krishna. So whatever we do according to Krishna's instruction, which is also instruction from the spiritual master, says when we say to do it, or when it's said to do, then whatever sense that is to play that particular role plays that role. If not, then basically what's being said is no matter how much we feel like using our sense to enjoy ourselves, we have to put Krishna's word first in front, and if it's not the correct thing to do, then we should not do it. So we'll get into some details, some examples a little later. The test of a yogi, or devotee, or a person that's self-realized, is that they control the senses according to the plan of Krishna. Many people just want to enjoy themselves because life is hard, so why not? When times comes to enjoy it, why not enjoy yourself? Maybe people think that way. But life is hard because the world itself is shaped, it's designed like that. And so when we follow the orders of Krishna, then we are setting ourselves up to leave the difficulties. It's Gora Chandra ki jai. To leave the difficulties. And that is going back home, back to the spiritual world. So part of the reason why devotees are advised to use senses in only certain situations are basically so that we can please Krishna, and from pleasing the Supreme Lord Krishna, we get a chance to go back home. So this is not home. And even in different religions it's said, Christ said it, this world is not your home. Live here, but don't connect here. Be of this world, be in this world, but not of this world. So those are just put, and this is connecting to being in this world, but not of this world. Well, if you're not of this world, then there are some things that you simply wouldn't do that people who are unaware that they're not of this world are doing. So, the self-realized soul. So who is the self-realized soul? The self-realized soul is the one that knows what's called Atma Tattva, who we really are. Now, I'll tell you a short story. And this I picked up from, of all places, YouTube. So I go there to get chanting and all of that. And it's also there. All kinds of things on YouTube. So, one mother with a young child, 4 years old, little boy, white-bodied boy. The whole, of course, family was like that. And they show a video of it. They were in a car. So the boy was in the back, mother was driving. And there was something that the boy wanted to tell his mother, but his mother was not paying attention to him. So he was getting frustrated. He was getting frustrated. And yeah, he had a sister also who was sitting right next to him in the back, and the mother was driving. And so he started raising his voice, this little boy. The mother still ignored him. Then, out of this boy's mouth came, "Listen to me." But after listening to me, he called his mother Hanny. "Listen to me, Hanny." And that blew the mother's mind, because Hanny is not supposed to be known to the boy. Hanny was the name that that woman, who was now a mother, used to be called when he was little. And he never told the boy about it. So how did the boy get to know? And so she turned, and literally she slowed down, And I asked, "What you call me?" The boy said, "Hanny, listen to me. You know you're Hanny. Don't you know you're Hanny?" So she got surprised even more. And so this is all the video now. When I heard that, I said, I'm going to watch this video towards the end because I need to know how the mother reacted to this. So later on, she describes, then they came home, and he asked him how he got to know that, why'd you call me Hanny? He says, I just know. The little boy, I'm talking about 3 or 4 years old. He just knows. But it just blew his still couldn't get it. Fast forward to another time at home. They were watching a movie. And there was a movie of a big building burning. And the same boy said, please don't show that part. I don't want to see that part. It really bothers me a lot. The mother asked, why? He said, I died like that the last time. Another clue that cut somebody. So, you died like that? Where? He said, Chicago. Now, we're talking about a 3-year-old boy now, 4-year-old boy. Chicago. You died there? I said, yeah. My name is Pam. Then, the boy is not known to lie. So the mother said, I'll have to do some investigation into this. So this is all on YouTube. I'm watching it. He says he actually went into, the mother assumed that probably it didn't happen that long ago. So he went back on the records, called the city of Chicago. Was there a big building that burned? Please check into it. They said, yeah, 5 years ago. There was a big building near the building. And then he asked, so did some people die? Yeah. Was anybody in there, can you check to see that there was somebody called Pam or Pamela? They looked at it and they said, yes, there was. Now, one more question before I go into this, that the mother asked the boy, what was Pam's hair? The boy said, black. Now, the boy is actually a blonde now. Right now, that's why he's a blonde. So then when he went to check the city, Pamela happened to be a black woman who was caught on top of the building, and they couldn't rescue her, and she jumped about a 6-story building, fire all over the place, jumped down to her death, and that's how she died. And so when he described this, it was very, 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 very interesting. And this is a person who is a Christian that has been told that he come to this world one time. This is the only time he comes to this world. And her own son is telling her and identifying correctly. She did one more thing, so before I come to this. One more thing. And it's, she got picture of that particular woman, Pam. And then she took pictures of other women, about 11 other women, and put them all together in one page, and showed it to the boy, and said, who is Pam? Now, she already knew the answer because she got it from the city of Chicago, but she deliberately got other, women, these are all headshots, because they showed the video, so I saw it. Headshots only, their face. And I see the boy looking like this, it's all on camera. And he points correctly to Pamela. So, the family could not refute this. So definitely, we have been here before, many times before. And what is explained here is that our consciousness goes with our souls after we leave the body to the next body. And therefore, the consciousness, the mind, and intelligence goes along with the soul to the next existence. And so when this boy, previously was a black woman called Pam, died, that soul came out of the body and later went into another body of a white woman, along with his mind from the previous life. And so he got born, and now there were some things that he knew. So there was some connection in the previous life also. So basically, you know, it was mind-blowing to the family. There was another situation, and this one I'll make it really short. Again, a little boy, and he also learned, some things that happened in his life that he revealed to the family in his next life. So this time I won't go into the great details about it. But the family also found out there were some things that boy, this is a different boy now, was able to say to the family that the family was actually very, very, very surprised. He also talked about his last life, how he died. He said he died in an accident. And they knew that boy was born from a woman whose brother had died. And the brother was that boy. So the boy died, and basically, after a short time, the mind, intelligence, carried the soul to the womb of the sister. And so now the woman gives birth, and he was able to describe that boy was able to describe quite a few things about the family. The grandmother was also living. He was also on video. This is the second video that also talked about it. So when you see these things, especially when I see them, it confirms what Srila Prabhupada said in the scriptures all along, that we do in fact transmigrate. It's in the Bhagavad Gita. The soul travels from one body to another, based on what we want, or based on lessons that has to be learned in the next life. So definitely, this woman, the first one, she learned quite a bit that so a person can come back, even a black person can come back as a white person, which means this whole thing doesn't transcend race. And the other one, it's funny, later on when the one that the sister gave birth to, the brother, sister of previous life, and the brother died in a car accident because he was drinking, and finally this whole same sister had him as a boy. So it says, it's interesting, he was saying, it's interesting that my uncle is actually me. My uncle is me. So the soul is the real person. The soul is the real entity. These bodies are bodies that are the soul is inside of it only temporarily. We call it a lifetime. So when the soul comes into the womb, then, pregnancy and all of that starts. And then later on, when the person grows and gets older, then the soul comes out. Now, that's understandable, hopefully. But should we take birth again in this place where there's quite a few challenges? But there's a way out. There is the material world and there's also the spiritual world. The spiritual world is our real home. So that when the soul leaves the body, and we put ourselves in a situation where we can go back home, then there's no new body to take here in this material world. We go back to the spiritual world. This time, no bodies. We are souls. That's our original situation. Souls. The place is huge. There is no anxiety there. There's eternality, and there's always happiness and love. So to go there are some things we should do in this material world and other things that we should not do, because those that we shouldn't do will restrict us or sabotage our chances from going back to the spiritual world. So that's what a yogi does. A yogi knows when to use the senses and when not to. So a few examples on when to use the senses and when not to. So in general, there's sense control. When you use and when you don't use, you have control over your senses. In the Nectar of Instruction, 3rd verse. To perform devotional service, there are 6 principles. Performing devotional service is serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna,
from the bottom of our hearts, not requiring any kind of payback for it. That's simple definition of devotion service. And that's what will get us back home. So, one, we should be really enthusiastic in serving the Lord. We should not be a little bit doing service in a grudging way. That will not help us. Because the Lord is full in terms of being self-satisfied. He doesn't really need service from us. We are the one that's practicing how to serve in order to go back. So we should serve enthusiastically. And we know also that there are situations that happen in this world. Sometimes what we plan to do doesn't always work out exactly that way. When I came here, I thought I was coming straight to the temple, but I had to go downstairs in the basement to look at a particular problem that came. Nobody expected it to come, but in the kitchen there was a problem. So things can happen at any time, even when we're serving the Lord. We have to patiently go through that. It's part of the world of duality. Sometimes things are working well, sometimes things are not. Therefore, we have to exercise patience. And if we do that, we can relate to our family members quite well. Because the family members, unless they're all saints, and that's very rare in family, they have, times that mood changes and statements come out that shouldn't have come out, and maybe directed towards us, and sometimes we might feel a little bit, agitated about it. But we have to be patient. We have to be patient. Even if we have to respond, we don't respond with strong cutting words. We have to respond with explanation, which use mild words. So, we should be enthusiastic, we should endeavor with confidence, we should be patient also. Now, if we are part of this process, which is a very important process of taking us back to the spiritual world, it is also a good idea to have friends who are also doing the same thing. If you want to lose weight, it will be good to have connections with people who are also doing the same thing, because they will just encourage each other like that. So it's good to have devotee friends. And those who have been doing this particular life, or being involved in this particular lifestyle, the devotional lifestyle, and they have been teaching, our charges or teachers, follow the footsteps of them. Now, more do's. You should offer gifts. This is about love now. Offer gifts in charity. Because if you give somebody a gift, they'll be very pleased with it, and your relationship, needless to say, will be a very good one with them. So offer gifts in charity, and in the same way, accept charitable gifts. Offer prasad, which is for us spiritual food, which we'll have later on this evening, food that's offered to the Lord, with restrictions about what ingredients can and cannot be. Offer that, and also receive prasad. You can also, we always have some things that are at the back of our mind. Sometimes they're troubling, sometimes we need answers to. And we can reveal our mind in confidence to particular people that we've chosen, or inquire confidentially. So that's some of the relationships, loving relationships that we can have with each other. We have to chant and glorify the Lord, because in this age, called the Iron Age of, or Kali Yuga, in Sanskrit we call it Kali Yuga, the way to connect with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the way to go back home involves very much the chanting, which we did earlier. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Every living entity has a soul, and the soul is a real person. The soul that gives consciousness. The body is just acting when the soul is inside. When the soul comes out, the person is termed dead. So everyone has a soul of the same quality. So we should look upon every living entity based on a spiritual platform equally. Equally. There are other living entities much smaller than us. We shouldn't just simply squash them, take their lives just because they're smaller, they're in our way, and so on. There has to be good reason. Otherwise, we shouldn't force other living entities out of their bodies like that. We also should practice reading the revealed scriptures or hearing the scriptures. Some of the don'ts, well, the tortoise winds up with limbs. So if some things he doesn't want, he just goes into his shell like that. We should detest sense gratification. The things about the drinking and the smoking and those things, trying to enjoy ourselves here, don't get us back to the spiritual world. So we should give up those kind of endeavors. We should also give up enmity and enviousness. We should try to subdue anger. The way to subdue anger is to be patient. And we should stop lamenting, because life is like that. Some things we're going to get and some things we're not going to get. If we put so much emotion behind it, we're not helping each other. We're not helping ourselves. So give up enmity, subdue anger, and lamentation. And understand, we are the soul, we're not these bodies. So then we should abandon identifying ourselves with the body. If those in power in different countries knew that, there would be so much easier path to world peace. But they don't know. And therefore they say, I am this, and you're off in this country, and so on, and then based on whatever, they fight against each other. Also, gossiping should stop. Avoid unnecessary talks. So those are some of the things that we should stop doing. One more, give up pride. Give up pride. In other words, be humble. So the tortoise does things based on what he wants to do. He can put his limbs in, and sometimes he wants to put it out based on what he wants to do. He can do that. So we should control our senses and our emotions in that way. Hare Krishna. Shirobhad ki jai. Are there any questions? Now, there's a second part of this, which is for His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami, but this is the end of the lecture for today. Are there any questions anybody wants to ask a question before we go to the show, the second part? Anyone? Okay. So, you still can ask if you want to, but in the meantime, as you well know, nobody stays in this earth forever. We're born, but we also die. And one of our very important leaders in this particular society has in fact died as of yesterday. His name is His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj. He was a guru, an initiating guru, and very, very, very reliable disciple of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Gopal Krishna Swami, he was born in New Delhi, India, in 1944. And when he was born, he was named Gopal Krishna. And he's one of the few devotees who, after he met Srila Prabhupada and was initiated, Srila Prabhupada said, your name is not going to change.
Just one. Can you have the women come closer, please? Come closer, because that way, we can see what's happening. Just come closer.
So, yeah, that will help.
And the men too, because we're going to have a projector set up there for. So, thank you.
So, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, born in 1944, August 14th in New Delhi. And as many young people do, he went to school all the way up to the University of Delhi. He went to Sorbonne University of Paris. He, in the end, obtained a master's degree in business administration. He was an MBA from another university, McGill University in Montreal. Now, he met Srila Prabhupada in Montreal when he was there. And on June 1st, 1968, Srila Prabhupada had been like 3 years into setting up ISKCON, actually 2 years, because he incorporated in 1966. But he was in Montreal, and Gopal Krishna Swami was very, very happy to meet this particular person because he knew that there was something really special about Srila Prabhupada. He came actually 2 days before Srila Prabhupada arrived. And when he got there, he asked, can I get some assignment to do devotional service to Srila Prabhupada? And they said, yes, please go clean his room, the room that he'd be in. And he just he felt so fortunate that his first assignment was to clean the doors and the shelves and the windows of Srila Prabhupada's apartment. So his service attitude started immediately that way. We're changing that, okay, all right, because that's not good. So, only 2 weeks after he met Srila Prabhupada, he decided that he would accept Srila Prabhupada in his heart as a spiritual master. So, Srila Prabhupada at that time wanted more Indians to be involved in Krishna consciousness. But many who came to hear him, they would be very respectful to him, and then after a short while they would leave. But Gopal Krishna was very special. He would stay and sit to the end of every lecture by Srila Prabhupada. And at that time, he himself saying that he didn't know the importance of hearing. But I was just being respectful to Srila Prabhupada from the first day that I saw him. And so I thought the least thing I could do is stay for his lectures to the end and leave only after he had left the temple. Very good attitude, but then he actually grew better that way, because when you satisfy Guru by making him know that you're very interested in what he's doing, that would definitely help your growth. Okay. So, Srila Prabhupada initiated Gopal Krishna Swami. In 1969, he wrote and told him, your name is already Gopal Krishna, so we won't change it. You will still be called Gopal Krishna. And he held several positions. Now, you see, he's an MBA, so he had quite a bit of expertise, material expertise. So Srila Prabhupada was very happy to have a disciple like that. And he was also very, 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 very determined to serve the spiritual master in whatever way he could. So wherever Srila Prabhupada sent him, he went. Srila Prabhupada at that time, book printing was very important on his agenda. So he pressed Gopal Krishna Swami to help him with the printing more and more and more books. And he helped to change the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, write it out in Hindi. Srila Prabhupada was very happy about that. Now he says, you can utilize your knowledge of marketing, because he worked with Pepsi-Cola for a while before he came to meet Srila Prabhupada. You can use your marketing ability to spread Krishna consciousness, help. And so with his material experience, his material knowledge, and also having been in the corporate world, and now he was serving Srila Prabhupada fully. In 1981, he took sannyas. So he became His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So the name never really changed. So the year after that, after sannyas, he became an initiated spiritual master. So, of course, the idea was to spread Krishna consciousness all around the world. And with his experience, he really helped to open a lot of temples in India. Radha Parthasarathi temple in India. There was another project, Heaven on Earth, which he was part of. Jagannath Temple in Ludhiana, Radha Govinda Temple in Faridabad, Krishna Balaram Temple, he helped with that, and so many other temples. The list is, I mean, in front of me is a whole bunch, I won't go through all of them. But these are big temples too. And he helped to run them properly because of his experience, from being an MBA. So, we found out, to cut a long story short, Gopalakrishna Swami was in his 80s.
70s.
70?
79.
79.
He passed away, I think it was 79 this morning.
How old was he?
79.
Okay. All right. So, sorry, I stand corrected. So, it turned out that he fell, but again, things are distance arrangement. From that fall, they took him to the hospital. His, heart wasn't pumping so well, and then like a day or so after, then we left. When we say leave, we mean the soul left the body. That's death. The soul never really dies. So it's always, it's like Krishna. Krishna never dies, the soul never dies. So Srila Prabhupada really liked his work, a lot of the work. And his picture now is the one that's in front of Srila Prabhupada on that. If you look, you go closer, we'll have a Guru Puja, and the Guru Puja, actually, I'll have Madam Sriya talk more about the details of it.
Hare Krishna. So I want to first thank the devotees for coming out. Prabhupada says that when a Vaishnava leaves, it's a glorious event. It's sad, but it's also glorious. It's sad because we miss the association of such a powerful, stalwart devotee of the Lord. It's glorious because he's free from this body. If we see, the life of His Holiness Gopalakrishna Swami the last few years, he was really going down, hunching and walking really slow and all that. I would like to read the statement that was sent out by the GBC Mayapur office this morning about Gopalakrishna Swami. We'll watch 11-minute video of the wonderful preaching that Maharaj did, and we'll have during the Guru Puja, rather than singing Sri Guru Vandana, we will chant, we'll sing the Jayanila prayers because we are feeling departed from Maharaj, and then we'll go into the Samsara prayers. These are the two prayers that we always sing when a departed soul has left the planet. So I will read the statement and really ask devotees to please pay real close attention, because Gopalakrishna Maharaj, when we see the video, he's not an ordinary man. He's actually called Prabhupada man. Really amazing. So this was sent out this morning. Please accept my humble obeisances, over to Prabhupada. This morning, 9:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, His Holiness Gopalakrishna Goswami, one of the senior most disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, departed from this world. Like what Prachik was saying, it really happened in a matter of 4 to 5 days, literally. He was attending Bhumi Puja in Dehradun on April 29th, April 30th, something like that. I think the very next day or two, he came out, he slipped and fell in the bathroom. His usual morning routine that we all do. Slipped and fell. Nothing major. He had a red scar on the back, still because of his age and his ailing health. They took him to the hospital. He had a 2 rib fracture, and he had pneumothorax, air in his lungs, which is alarming for that age. And went to the hospital, put him in ICU. From that up until 48 hours, he went through 3 heart attacks, cardiac arrest. Amazing. That's when we know Krishna is saying, come home. you know. Many of us had a feeling that Krishna is calling him back, but many years, you know, when Prabhupada was alive, when he had his third heart attack, he told his disciples, you pray to Lord Nrsingadev, and you ask Nrsingadev, and you say the prayer in this way, if you so desire, please let him stay. So everybody around the world yesterday, 24/7. Mayapur was having it for 2 full days. Baltimore, every temple was really praying to Lord Nrsingadev. If you so desire, let Maharaj stay. But we all know that the final person that has to say is Krishna. And if you have gone through 3 cardiac arrests, Krishna is saying something. Time to check out. Your job is done. Whenever these great souls leave, we will always feel we need you. But to Krishna, it's like, you've done your job. Now give it to the next generation to step up. So, Maharaj is a pillar of ISKCON and has served tirelessly in practically every leadership capacity to support and expand the mission of his spiritual master. Even before his first meeting with Srila Prabhupada in Montreal, Canada in 1968, Maharaj, known as Gopal Krishna, that was his birth name, Gopal Krishna, from his very birth, was given the service of cleaning and preparing Srila Prabhupada's room for his arrival. Now get this, Maharaj was cleaning Prabhupada's room even before he met Prabhupada. He was about 25 years old at that time. So when we hear and read this beautiful glorification, we have to ask ourselves, oh my God, if someone told me to clean someone's room and I don't know them, will I do it? Maharaj did it. He didn't even care. He says, I'm going to clean Prabhupada. So he has never met Prabhupada before. Since then, Maharaj has literally and figuratively dedicated his life to keeping Srila Prabhupada's house in order. If you go to India, many of the big ISKCON temples in India was completely organized by Maharaj. He was the force, the backbone, and the pillar for many temples in India. Srila Prabhupada immediately took great interest in the thoughtful young Indian man who sat attentively through every lecture, and they soon began regular correspondence. Gopalakrishna Swami would come to the class, this was in Canada, 1968. He'll be the first one to come and the last one to leave. And there was another short documentary by Maharaj where he says, I don't know what Prabhupada was saying, I just sat. I just wanted to hear him. Ask ourselves, how many of us do that? We have these great souls leaving ISKCON, leaving the planet, and we have to ask ourselves, how many of us come on time to hear the class, whether it's in English, French, Russian, German, Hindi, Tamil, I don't care what language it is, and how many of us stay till the end? Maharaj did that. He said, I don't know what Prabhupada was saying, I just sat till the end. And he was the last one to leave when everybody leaves. That shows that he's a Prabhupada man. So it's a lesson to ask ourselves, geez, Maharaj set this example, how can I ask Maharaj to please bless me so I have that same desire to come in the beginning, sit in the class, and stay till the end. These great acharyas are not sadhus there where we just go and say, Maharaj, how is your health? Are you taking your medicines? Are you doing your exercise? I've heard this, believe me, I think it's a joke. Are you taking your medicines? Please offer my blessings and I'll go and do my own crap. No, these sannyasis, these gurus are saying, follow the path of Krishna consciousness. We are living it, you learn from us. And that's what Maharaj did. Amazing. Soon after, Srila Prabhupada initiated Maharaj as Gopal Krishna Das, and thus began a lifetime of service beyond compare. Maharaj served for years as Srila Prabhupada's personal secretary and was appointed GBC in 1975. Maharaj was, at the time, Maharaj was overseeing many temples, many zones in India. He was also the GBC in Russia. Believe it or not, Maharaj can speak French. He can speak French and Russian. He gives classes in French and Russian. That is Gopal Krishna Maharaj for you. Amazing. So he was not only a GBC for many temples in India, but he was also a GBC actually also for East Africa. So he was a GBC for Russia, for East Africa, and Australia, and some parts in Canada. At the age of 70-something. He did it from 1975 up until the time he left the planet, at the age of 79. He never gave up that service because he says, in fact, there's another short video, and I request your boys when you get a chance, just Google up Gopal Krishna Swami on YouTube. There's a beautiful sharing by Maharaj where he says, I saw Prabhupada translate till his last breath. He never gave up, and I'm going to do the same. At the age of 79, he did that till the end. Some of us think, let me retire at 62 and go for a world tour. Prabhupada, they never did that. Maharaj didn't do that. He says, I'm going to use this body that was given to me by Krishna to serve my spiritual master till my last, but even if I'm crippled. There's a beautiful video, you'll see how Maharaj was bathing his deities slow because he had no energy. He literally would walk like a baby because he had a very bad health crisis many years ago. And he would walk slow and he would say, no, I'm going to bathe my deities, I'm going to do my GBC duties. And he attended the GBC meetings 2 months ago at that age with that body. Amazing spiritual master, amazing spiritual master. From that time, Maharaj has been an emblem of book distribution. Sharing of Krishna consciousness, building beautiful temples, managing the international affairs of Srila Prabhupada's mission, all the while remaining a gentle, humble Vaishnava who always has a moment to encourage others with his genuine care and affection. In addition, Maharaj's sadhana is impeccable. If anyone has seen Maharaj chanting, it's impeccable. You don't want to be in him because it's so pure. Like you feel like, am I worthy to be in his association? It is impeccable. Often on the temple altar offering, even if you go to his Facebook page, up until April 29th, Maharaj was on the altar at Temple ISKCON Dehradun doing Mangalarti. These are not movies like what we watch, Bollywood, Tollywood, Hollywood, whatever word it's called. This is real. This guru actually lived. How many of you have met Maharaj in person? I bet you're moved by his example. 2 people. I'm sure you have, Radha Bhatt, because you're from that part of India. He's amazing. He's amazing. And before completing the morning program, he would go on a japa walk. He'll then come back, worship his deities, and then he'll continue doing his GBC affairs. Now remember, Maharaj was actually a GBC for 36 temples. 36 temples. And they have been trying to cut it down, but they cannot find anyone better than Maharaj. Because he has a master's degree from University of Montreal in Business Administration. He was the best. But he was managing 36 temples up until the age of 79. And we complain, right? I'm tired, I'm this, I'm sleepy, I got fever. We complain. But these are the examples we have. Amazing. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj personifies all that is at the heart of ISKCON and will remain eternally revered and loved for his matchless service, dedication, and expertise in knowing and serving Srila Prabhupada's will. We can only pray that we may each be blessed with but a drop of such courage, focus, and sincerity to serve, though never will the void of his physical presence be filled in our hearts or in our society. Our hearts and our heads remain at the feet of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj, a most exemplary disciple, devotee, God brother, spiritual master, and friend. Maharaj has always encouraged us to work together cooperatively to support and assist each other in Sri Prabhupada's service. In that mood of service, we offer our affectionate prayers and support to Maharaj's disciples and all those bereft in Maharaj's absence. We encourage you to take shelter of Maharaj's instructions, an example of focused sadhana and service in the association of our ISKCON family. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki! I'll share very quickly in 2 minutes what was his instructions. He even shared his will on YouTube. It's already come out. So if you just Google Gopal Krishna Swami's will that he wrote in November of last year, beautiful. I mean, beautiful. His first instruction to all his disciples and to everybody, chant your rounds. Work on the sadhana. His second instruction was never leave ISKCON. Stay in ISKCON. Number 3, he says, read all of Prabhupada's books. Not 1, not 2, not selected. All of Prabhupada's books. Fourthly, he says, work cooperatively with one another. His other instruction was, this GBC is the authority of ISKCON. Because Prabhupada says, I am the GBC, I am in that GBC, follow the instructions. Another one, he says, no one should associate with anyone who is not part of ISKCON. Reason being, we're going to get confused. We have to take in shelter, shiksha. We must have a shiksha guru in our lives to ask us that, no, don't do this, don't do that, no, don't hear that, no, this is the best thing. We need a shiksha guru. Because there will be a lot of, intrusions coming and saying, no, do this, no, do that. No. We need a shiksha guru telling us, if it's not ISKCON bona fide, don't do it. Don't listen, don't go, don't do. Why is that so? Protecting our Bhakti Lata Beach. Protecting our devotional creeper. If you get a chance, watch that video. It's on YouTube. His will is amazing. Everything is out. Nothing is hidden. Please watch it. Without further delay, we'll start this video of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj.
Hey Krishna, this is a short presentation on the temples overseen by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, today Hare Krishna has become a household word. Within the world, as we move towards Bharat, there exists a pastime place of Lord Sri Krishna known as Indraprastha, which is now known as Delhi. He mercifully established Dharma. Following in his footsteps, Srila Prabhupada arrived in Delhi in the year 1960. Srila Prabhupada stayed in Sri Sri Radha Vallabh Temple, located in Chippiwara, New Delhi from 1960 to 1965. In those days, he would travel from Vrindavan to Delhi to print and distribute his Back to Godhead magazine, tolerating heat strokes, indifference of people towards spirituality, financial crisis, callous government officials, non-cooperative and self-absorbed god brothers, and still, without getting discouraged, Srila Prabhupada continued his preaching work in Delhi. Srila Prabhupada wanted Chippiwara temple to be acquired by ISKCON. It was a struggle to get the property in ISKCON's name. But finally, ISKCON got the property in 2012, and in 2019, a beautifully renovated temple with Sri Sri Radha Vallabh as deities were installed and now blessing the devotees and visitors there. Srila Prabhupada once mentioned that Delhi is the most important place in the whole of Asia. Therefore, he had a deep spiritual desire to have many temples in Delhi. After effectively sowing the seed of pure bhakti in the Western world, Srila Prabhupada came back to Delhi on 24th July 1967, where thousands of people thronged to welcome him. In November 1971, preaching started in various parts of Delhi, where more than 30,000 people would participate in each program. But preaching grew rapidly in Delhi. First preaching center was in Anand Niketan, where the deities of Sri Sri Radha Parthasarathi, which were brought from Jaipur by Her Grace Yamuna Mataji, were installed. After 10 years of immense hard work by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, ISKCON bought the land for the temple. It was a hilly place in South Delhi, which on official papers was mentioned as Govardhan Hill, was allocated to ISKCON, on which a huge, gorgeous temple got constructed and was inaugurated on 5th of April 1998 on the occasion of Ram Navami. This project is also known as the Glory of India project. The inauguration was done by Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was interim Prime Minister of India at that time, and the function was attended by many other political leaders and dignitaries. This temple has remarkable entertaining Vedic expo, which is a light and sound show showing Bhagavad Gita and Vedic wisdom in a very animated way, and has been attended by 1.8 million visitors until now. Recently, world's largest Bhagavad Gita was placed in the Temple Museum, which was inaugurated by Sri Narendra Modi, the glorious Prime Minister of India. ISKCON Delhi is visited by 20,000 visitors every day, and on weekends and festivals, the number rises to 15,000. Throughout the week, array of school buses, groups of dignitaries and tourists from all across the globe arrive in ISKCON Delhi. Many foreign delegates used to visit the ISKCON Delhi temple, and one of them is Sir Peter John Cosgrove, who was former Governor General of Australia. And through online reaching, we are reaching millions of people. Now on YouTube channel My Ashray, we have 2 million subscribers, and through ISKCON Delhi Facebook page, we have reached 2.2 million people. In the year 2023, ISKCON Delhi Temple completed 25 years of dedicated service, and Sri Sri Radha Parthasarathi, which was installed by Srila Prabhupada in 1973, completed 50 years of showering grace upon Delhi, for which there was 5-day celebration and was attended by 15,000 devotees and visitors. Due to Srila Prabhupada's austerities and grace followed by preaching done under the leadership of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, today ISKCON Delhi has expanded with its 17 centers in Delhi NCR. And here goes the list: ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, ISKCON Faridabad, ISKCON Rohini, ISKCON Ghaziabad, ISKCON Dwarka, ISKCON Gurugram Shapur, ISKCON Guru Nanak Sector 45, ISKCON Noida, ISKCON Sahibabad, ISKCON Mahipalpur, ISKCON Wave City, ISKCON Panchshir, ISKCON Bahadurgarh, ISKCON Chandrapur, ISKCON Chipiwada, ISKCON GK3, ISKCON East Delhi. Around Delhi NCR, total number of congregation devotees has reached the mark of 25,000. Youth devotees 15,000. 100 Namhatta preaching centers along with 80 basins. Annually, there are 7 major Rath Yatras, more than 1,000 Harinams and Nagar Sankirtans, and around 100 festivals. ISKCON Delhi NCR has distributed 1.5 crore Bhagavad Gitas and approximately 4.75 crores of other books by Srila Prabhupada. During COVID pandemic, ISKCON Delhi NCR distributed 7 crore plates of prasadam during phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. It was widely recognized, and ISKCON set a world record of distributing highest number of plates during the time of emergency. First time drone was used for the distribution of prasadam. ISKCON Delhi arranged for 1,200 beds under COVID care center, where Ayurvedic medicines, healthy prasadam and everyday kirtans cured more than 15,000 patients with no casualty. And Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, specially glorified this service. There is his part of speech.
ISKCON ने समाज का संबल करने का काम कोरोना महामारी में भी आप करोड़ों गरीबों, उनके परिजनों और प्रवासियों के लिए लगातार भोजन और दूसरी जरूरतों की व्यवस्था करते आ रहे हैं। महामारी के अलावा भी लाखों गरीबों के भोजन और सेवा का अनवरत अभियान आपके माध्यम से चलता रहा।
All media channels, which includes social media, print media and electronic media, covered the whole service. On 2nd September 2021, government Srila Prabhupada, to honor his incomparable contribution to Sanatana Dharma, spreading it all across the globe. On 9th November 2022, Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, inaugurated the extended campus of BGIS, which stands for Bhaktivedanta Gurukul and International School. Now we move to Kurukshetra, another place which was very vital, especially for the preaching of the glories of Bhagavad Gita, is Kurukshetra, the very place where Lord Krishna spoke Srimad Bhagavad Gita. As per Vishnu Puran, Kurukshetram Sat Sangamam Yatra Dharma Sukhanidam. In Kurukshetra, the holy land where truth is embraced and righteousness prevails, every spot is like a sacred bathing place. During a festival among all pilgrimage sites, Srila Prabhupada envisioned preaching and a palatial temple in Kurukshetra in the year 1975. Following in his footsteps, Srila Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj, with the help of his disciples, struggled for around 30 years to acquire a piece of land. Srila Prabhupada used to say, "We are trying to build an institution in Kurukshetra to invite people all over the world for learning Bhagavad Gita." Finally, Krishna Arjun Temple, which will have Vedic museum displaying all 18 days of Mahabharat war and graphical depiction of the message of the Bhagavad Gita, is getting constructed at Kurukshetra. Now let's go to Juhu. ISKCON Juhu was a very challenging project, which Srila Prabhupada very successfully completed in the service of Sri Sri Radha Rasbihari. We, the Zonal Secretary of the Juhu project, along with His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, His Grace Bhima Prabhu and His Grace Devaki Nandan Prabhu as Zonal Secretaries. Today, ISKCON Juhu is flourishing, bringing devotional service in the lives of so many residents of Mumbai. Mumbai preaching extended to Meera Road, where a beautiful temple got constructed, namely Sri Sri Radha Girdhari Temple. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj and His Grace Bhima Prabhu as Zonal Secretary. Also, there is a temple about to get completed and inaugurated in Kharghar, Mumbai. It is going to be a model temple for implementing Devi Varnashram. Altogether, these temples have 12,000 devotees in congregation, 7,000 youths, 20 centers. They also distributed 500,000 of books last year in the year 2022. Now let's move to ISKCON Pune NBCC project. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj, in association with His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, who is co-GBC for Pune, with the assistance of many dedicated devotees, constructed a beautiful, massive temple for Sri Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra. One devotee, namely Mr. Banerjee, donated the entire temple of Lord Balaji and deities of Lord Balaji worth 1.2 crore by selling his own home. This temple is part of ISKCON Pune and is located in its vicinity. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, President of India at that time, came to inaugurate the temple. ISKCON Pune has currently around 7,000 devotees in congregation, 500 devotees in youth forum, with 10 centers and 13 bases. Due to everyday Harinam party, they do 700 Harinams and Nagar Sankirtans every year. Now let's move to East Africa. Preaching in East Africa is expanding in aforementioned regions. Many local devotees are connecting with ISKCON, which includes Kenya, Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and Nairobi. The size of congregation in East Africa is 1,500. Around 400 devotees are connected to youth preaching, with 5 temples and 9 centers. There are 2 farmhouses with 110 cows and more than 20 acres of land for farming. In the year 2022 and 23, here the devotees distributed more than 46,000 books. Srila Prabhupada faced so many difficulties in preaching Krishna consciousness, yet Srila Prabhupada successfully infused devotional service in the hearts of millions of people. It is Srila Prabhupada's blessings and potency that preaching is expanding in the aforementioned regions. Hare Krishna.
Hi. That's it, right?
Yeah.
His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj ki. If any of you recognize the 17 temples in India, they were all done by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. East Africa, Maharaj. Russia is also Maharaj. Australia is also Maharaj. How can one man do all that work? Something for us to meditate on, something for us to think about? The answer is Krishna, pretty much. Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. So when we see this, we should be very, very inspired. In fact, when we hear such pastimes, it should definitely encourage us more to take our Krishna consciousness seriously. It should encourage us more to hear more, to chant more, to read more, to take more sadhu sangha, really be craving for it, to be on time, like Maharaja says, like he was the one that would come to the class, the first person and the last one to leave. When we hear this, we should say, my goodness, if Maharaj did that, why, he's teaching me something that I should be learning. So when we see this, we should pick lessons that we can learn to improve ourselves on. What did I get from this that I can improve myself on? Little baby steps. So without further delay, we will start the Jai Anilo prayers. And what I would request it will be call and response. We don't have the flowers, but I would humbly request devotees one by one to first offer your obeisances to Maharaj and Prabhupada at the same time. And you can definitely go up, touch the picture of Maharaj and ask for his blessings. Quick thing, his body is now being taken to Vrindavan. From Dehradun, Delhi, is going to Vrindavan. And they will have a viewing. He's going to be taken to, the body will be taken to Krishna Bala Mandir. There'll be 4 to 5 hours of darshan. And then from there, it's going to go to the Samadhi ceremony. It'll start at 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time tomorrow. It will be live YouTube. You can definitely Google and watch it tomorrow also. And today evening, around that time. Our time today, you are very welcome to watch it. And 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time is when they'll start the Samadhi ceremony, where they will keep Maharaj's body in ground, in Samadhi, with the whole planet. So it's a beautiful ceremony. I definitely encourage you boys to please watch that. But also know that in the next 10 years, we're going to see this happening. We are going to see proper disciples leaving. What does that mean for us? Are we ready to carry the torch of Srila Prabhupada to take it forward? We can't say, okay, they're dying, I'm just going to go take my full-time job. Tata bye-bye, see you later, dukan bye. We can't say that. They are leaving. The next 10 years, max. What can we do? What should we do? Should we just aram, sit on our spot and say, I'm too busy? Or should we say, you know what? Prabhupada gave me so much. These gurus gave their life. What can I do? What can I sacrifice? What can I give up? How can I serve to carry that torch that Prabhupada came to give us and push on Prabhupada's mission? That is the $1,000,000 question that each of us need to ask ourselves. Because in the next 10 years, we will not see a single Prabhupada disciple on the face of this earth. Because they are all 70 years and above. There's no Prabhupada disciples less than 70 years. They are 70 to 84. So, question to ask ourselves. So please, when we say this prayer, as we're going to chant, let's get into that mood of really asking, bless me so that I can take up more service and serve Prabhupada more. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
hard to make it in 5 minutes. Just want to go through some few announcements. Firstly, we want to welcome everyone for our Sunday program. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you all were inspired by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I recommend, highly recommend devotees, when you get a chance, go to his website, read about his life. He has amazing, powerful quotes. I mean, it will shake your boots, as they say. It's really powerful. Learn about him and follow his instructions. That's very powerful. Each and every guru. Even though there are so many gurus in ISKCON, but all the gurus are one. Guru Tattva. They're all one. And all the instructions are from Prabhupada, pretty much. So please, when you get a chance, you just Google gkggoswami.com or something like that, or gkg.com. gkgoswami.com, that's his website, and you'll see it's beautiful, very nice. So please, before you leave, I request your devotees to please go to his picture, say a prayer, and ask for Maharaj's blessings, and ask for blessing for something spiritual that we are lacking in. Probably ask. Maharaj is known for attentive chanting, really deep sadhana, focused, devotional service. So whatever we are lacking in, or whatever we feel that we need to be improving on, go to Maharaj's picture before you leave tonight and really pray and ask him. And imagine your feet, imagine your head on his feet, and ask him to bless you with that prayer. And Maharaj will intervene. He will definitely intervene. I completely believe in that. So please, definitely do that. I highly encourage devotees to do that. We want to also welcome two special guests that we have, Dawn and Narottam Prabhu. Haribol. So happy that you guys are here. Thank you for coming. We will definitely connect with you more personally, but hope you had a good time as much as we had a good time with you guys being here. So thank you so much. Haribol. Very nice. As you all have heard, we had to last minute change our Rath Yatra date. It is now on July 20th. Last Monday, I think, was Wednesday, was a very stressful morning for me, because I had to bug 4 devotees back and forth, actually 3 main devotees back and forth, and finally change the date, and couldn't work for half the day, so I had to work till 11 o'clock that night. But anyway, it's on July 20th. The reason being is there is, we don't want to, Hari Temple is having the same event. They changed the India Day to August 10th. From August 3rd to August 10th. I did not know. I found out from the grapevine. That will affect us, obviously. So I had to change it. So by Krishna's arrangement, I had to change the date 3 times. Thank God the city was very patient to bear with me. It's now on July 20th. So which means we have less time to prepare. Which means we gotta move faster, right, Vinod? We gotta move faster. We are 1 month short, so which means we have 2 months to prepare. So please, you'll be hearing a lot of, announcements, help needed, extra hands, what have you. It's going to be a bustling, busy bee for the next 2 months. So let's get our gears up, let's get the gear out, let's get ready to welcome Lord Jagannath. And this time, by the mercy of Baltimore, we are having Lord Jagannath from Baltimore Temple. With Srila Prabhupada. So we are going to be getting the deities from there. So please, do get ready, the Lord is coming. I think, Varsha was telling me, I think the Lord wanted a sooner festival because he wants to come sooner. That's how the Lord works. He works by creating all this kichudi-pichudi, and try to mess up all our plans because he wanted them sooner. So Lord Jagannath wants to come sooner on July 20th. Let's get ready to welcome the Lord of the universe. Hari Hari Bol. Next Sunday is Mother's Day. We have a very special Mother's Day program. By the mercy of 4 devotees, I'm trying to get 2 more. The men are going to cook. And the women are laughing, thinking, are they going to cook or are they going to burn the kitchen down? So the men, you've got to prove them wrong. I just help. I cannot save you all. I'll try. So all the men gotta prove the women wrong, that you're not gonna burn the kitchen down. We hope, right, women? Okay, they all nodding with me, so please don't embarrass me, for God's sake. I mean, please don't embarrass me. So the men are gonna cook the feast with the children. So it's gonna be fathers with the children cooking the feast on Sunday, next Sunday, so that the women get a break. They can sit upstairs and they can enjoy the class, because we have a very special program for the mothers on Mother's Day. We want the women to come on time, just like, Gopakchan Swami says, we come on time, we stay till the end. And we want the women to that, because the women always end up in the kitchen. So now it's your turn to tell the men, it's your call, it's my day off. So come up, sit for class, stay till the end, but we have a special message for all the mothers, so please do come out for next Sunday program. Sunday, May 19th is graduation day. And it's going to be a good day, because that's when all the parents will get to see what the children did. And it's going to be a show, so that the parents can see not only what the kids did, but the kids can also be proud of what they have learned from the teachers. So we request all the parents to please bring the kids on time, because the teachers need time to do pre-preparation, the pre-preparation before they come, because if they're on time, it gets on time, it goes on time. They need time to kind of coordinate all the kids together. So please, do be on time, May 19th, and this is something that you will hear us mentioning over and over again this year, is punctuality. Punctuality is very, very important in spiritual life. We are punctual for everything, including our jobs, including when the wife calls us. Sometimes we hang up on the wife calls because we get tired of hearing the wife's voice. I can understand that. But still, we are punctual to our jobs. Once a week, we should be punctual for Krishna. We should. We definitely have to. So please, we're going to be talking about punctuality quite a bit this year. So please do, work on that, and let's be on time. And June 7th, 8th, June 8th, right here. June 8th is New York Rath Yatra Ki. We have 2 full vans. The vans are full. So we got 2 packed vans going to New York Rath Yatra. Morning departure and coming back after the program. If you have reserved your seat and you have not paid, please do so after the program, and please see Mother Varsha. And if you have paid, thank you so much. If you have not gotten a seat but the 2 vans are full, then I leave you to fight with Mother Varsha to get a 3rd van. Because the 2 vans are already full. And of course we need 4 drivers for that. So if we get a 3rd van, then we'll need 2 more drivers. So please, if you have not paid, please do pay up. And if you have paid, please thank you so much. The last announcement is, as we were hearing the glorious work that Gopakchan Swami did all over India, East Africa, Australia, Russia, being the GBC for so many temples, and how he was so instrumental in building new temples with devotees, of all his disciples, still maintaining Krishna consciousness, still chanting, still doing great projects, And if you see his will, he did all this for Prabhupada, and he just left this morning. Nothing is going with him but the mercy of the spiritual master. So in that same mood, we have a very young boy, Arnav here, who is the son of Kamlesh, and he is embarking on a very nice project for our temple. And this young high school boy is going to raise funds. He has raised some funds, but he's going to continue to raise funds to actually build a picnic table for us out in the yard. And he's not getting anything from it. Not a single penny, but he's doing it for us, which makes the deities very happy. He's going to get abundant blessings from that. I can guarantee you that, young man. And you're going to be blessed by Srila Prabhupada. What more do we need? If a young boy like him can do that, he spent months meditating on this project. And so him and his father are going to have a bake sale downstairs. I request devotees. And the bake sale, the funds are going completely for that project. Completely for the project. And just as we're coming out of this, seeing these beautiful things that Maharaj did in India, of course we're not in India. We're in a little town called Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Supposed to be the capital, but you can tell it's nowhere compared to DC or New York City. It's good because the crime is low, so we're in good hands, right? But still, just these small little efforts by a young boy like Arnab goes a long way. Goes a long way. When we sit on the picnic tables, who do we think of? This young boy who raised the funds to do this project for the Lord and his devotees. I mean, it's to be commended and applauded for. So I encourage all of you, please do support him. He's got a funding website. He's going to have a bake sale downstairs. Please purchase it and support his project because he's doing it for us. He's doing it for Prabhupada. He's doing it for Nitai Gaurachandra. He's doing it for the benefit of the Lord's devotees, just as how as we saw what Gopal Maharaj did all over India, all over Russia, all over Australia, and all over East Africa. Just this little young boy. So please, I humbly request every one of you, have your purses, your wallets, what have you cash, whichever form it comes under, please have it ready and support this young man, which I'm very proud of because, you know, to think of this project at the age of, how old are you, Veda? 17, 16? 17, thinking of at the age of 17 to do something like this for the temple, it's commendable. Please think about him. And his father is like his backbone. I mean, his dad is like his backbone, his spirit, his enthusiasm, his warrior, his everything, just carrying his son to this project. Commendable. Really commendable. Thank you so much, Bruce. Thank you so much. Without further delay, I'm going to ask Achut. Thank you, Aditya. Next will be you next week, don't worry. But don't skip, because I'll pull you from your house. Because I know where you live. Prashad praise.
Mahaprasade Govinde Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Salva Punyavatam Rajam Vishwashaneva Jayate Sharira Avidyaja Jodindriye Tahekar Geoflip Jese Sagare downstairs. Please don't forget to take their candles. like, whoever you can. But if one is tired and if one comes early, so you can start. Good. Are you have a question on the question? What do you mean?